Hi there, second grade friends. It's Mrs. Tucker, and we are going to do a second read of our story, Click, Clack, Moo Cows That Type, today. Before we get started, though, I'm going to talk a little bit about the kind of story that we're reading. So we are reading a humorous fiction story. Fiction means that the story is make-believe. It's fantasy. Humorous means funny. So basically, this is a funny make-believe story. And remember when we read about our author, Doreen Cronin, it said that her father used to tell her funny stories. And so she likes to write stories like that because she wants to have people read stories that they just read just to laugh, just to have fun. So in this kind of story, you're going to see characters who do or say funny things. And you're going to see a lot of events or things that would not happen in real life. The essential question that we think about as we're reading through this story is, how can people and animals help each other? So what we'll do is we'll read through the story this time. I'll read a couple pages and then I'll pause and you'll have a question to answer on your seesaw slide. And then I'll read a couple more pages and then you'll have another question. And that's how we'll go through our second read today. Okay? So here we go. Click, Clack, Moo Cows That Type by Doreen Cronin, and the pictures are by Betsy Lewin. Farmer Brown has a problem. His cows like to type. All day long he hears click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. At first, he couldn't believe his ears. Cows that type? Impossible! Click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. Now, if you look at Farmer Brown here in this picture right now, he doesn't look very happy, does he? Probably a little bit irritated because what does he hear all day long? All he hears is click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. So normally, Farmer Brown wouldn't be hearing the click, clack part, right? Because usually cows just say moo. But the click-clack part, clickety-clack part, that comes from the cows typing. So I'm thinking Farmer Brown might be a little irritated, maybe a little frustrated right now because his cows are spending a lot more typing than they are making milk. A lot more time typing than they are making the milk that he needs for them to make for his farm to be able to run, right? So, and why do you think Farmer Brown thinks that it's impossible that cows can type? Here's that word impossible, one of our vocabulary words, means not possible. Why is it not possible for cows to type? Well, if you've ever seen a cow, you will notice that they have no hands. They just have hooves. And the hooves at the bottom of their legs are kind of like really big, hard feet, kind of like a big toenail. And you kind of need to have fingers to be able to type, and cows don't have any fingers. So it's really impossible that cows can type. All right, on the next page it says, then he couldn't believe his eyes. Here he has his note. Remember, I like to read this like I think a cow would be saying it. So, Dear Farmer Brown, the barn is very cold at night. We'd like some electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. Now, why do the cows write Farmer Brown a note? Well, they say that the barn is very cold. Right now it's very cold for us too, so you can imagine how cold it must get to be outside at night in a barn instead of being inside your house or wherever you live, nice and warm. So the cows are very cold. And they would like some blankets, but cows can't just go up to Farmer Brown and say, hey, Farmer Brown, we're kind of cold at night. Can you get us some blankets? Because cows don't talk people talk, and Farmer Brown doesn't talk moo, so there really is no other way for them to communicate other than the cows typing him a note. So that's why the cows write Farmer Brown a note, because they have something that they want to say to Farmer Brown. We're really cold, we want some blankets, and they need to be able to tell him. Now, Don't you think it's a little funny that the cows write Farmer Brown a note? I think it's a little funny. Why don't you think the author says, well, the cows learned how to type this way so that they could write Farmer Brown a note so that they could tell Farmer Brown they want some electric blankets? Do you think maybe the reason why the author didn't explain it like that is because it's just a little bit funnier to just have the cows type Farmer Brown a note? Well, sure. And remember, we want to have this be a humorous fiction story anyways. The whole reason why we have this story is so that we can read a story that makes us laugh. So it's a lot funnier just to think of cows typing a note, putting it on the barn door, than it is to explain how the cows learned how to type the note. Okay? All right. On the next page it says, it was bad enough the cows had found the old typewriter in the barn. Now they want electric blankets. No way, said Farmer Brown. No electric blankets. So the cows went on strike. That means they stopped working. They left a note on the barn door.
Sorry, we're closed. No milk today.
Now, I'm going to pause it right here, and I want you to go on to your next slide in Seesaw, and I want you to answer the question that I have on the slide. So, stop this video, go to the slide on Seesaw, answer the question, and then you'll have a next video to watch. Thank you.